Welcome back to my channel, Southern Yankee Beauty. Today I thought we would do a fun video using some more affordable makeup that I already have in my collection. I wanted to do as much as I could with like a drugstore. I had some Milani, but I think instead we're going to use this because I need to see if I'm keeping this or not. This may go in my declutter. This is the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous Fresh Complexion. It is oil free. It is in the shade 110. So we're going to start there. I've already kind of prepped my skin. The only thing I want to do is put this Bite Beauty. This is not an affordable brand, but this is the Intensive Lip Balm. My lips have been a little bit dry, so I just want to put, this is like a really thick, like honey moisturizer. It's so good, and it's really good. It's thick, but it's really good at night, kind of like a sleep mask that you would use at nighttime, like the Laneige. I think I have Laneige here too. Yeah, I do. I have the lip sleeping mask, one of them right here, but this is fabulous. It's called Agave Intensive Lip Mask, and it's really, really good. And with this cold weather and the warm weather, my lips have been a little cranky, you know, so we're going to do that. And then also on the eyes for a primer, I have Jaclyn Hill's primer. This is really great for aging eyes and mature eyes. It's more moisturizing, so it's just got a little thing here, and you're just gonna prime your eyes. I washed my face today with like a cleansing balm by Elemis, and it did leave. I needed to do a second cleanse to get all the eye makeup off. I got some of it off, but we have some remnants of that still from yesterday, so bear with me. But anyway, that's such a great primer. Okay, now to get into some of the more affordable. So let's try this. I don't remember how old this is. I don't even know when I got it. I was like going through stuff. I don't know if there's like an expiration date and my whole face is gonna fall off from using it. It says 12 months is, and I know this is past 12 months. We're just gonna try it. I also think the color is probably too dark. Oh, it is. It's like watery. I just got it in my jeans. All right, I hope this is okay. If we find that this is like broke up or not working, I'll switch to a Milani, which that I actually know I really like. Okay, color's good, and I've just got these are from Target. I could probably link these. You get 2 of them for $7, and they're super squishy and wonderful. My daughter actually told me about them a while ago, and I think her friend used them and told her, and it's so good. It gets like your face so quickly because it's a huge puff, and then it's really it's like squishy. It's just like a really good beauty blender, and it covers really good. So okay, so that's nice. So I don't know if the consistency of this, it was a little bit liquidy, and that may have been because it had been sitting for a while. Like maybe I should have shook it up to mix it back up. But the color's good for me at 110. You can see through here, it looked like maybe it would be a little dark, but it's not. So just kind of getting in the nose, and it is, I feel like I'm not giving you the best, like I don't know if the description I'm giving you is right, because I don't know if this thickness or the thinness of this formula is because this might be old, but right now the formula is thin and it blended really beautiful on the skin and it looks great. So yeah, so that's great. So I'm going to try to finish that up. I guess we'll use that next couple weeks, try to finish that sucker up. All right, so I was trying to see if I had like a more affordable bronzer. The only one that I can find, I thought I had something from e.l.f., but if I remember, I didn't really like it. And I think it was a cream bronzer, and I don't know where it is, but I do have this Physicians Formula, the butter bronzer, which they're well known for. It has a nice little like beachy coconut scent to it that they're known for. So if you don't like fragrance, you probably won't like this. Now you can see I've used a lot of this. It did have like some kind of a puffer brush or something at the bottom, but I don't have that anymore. So this is in the color Mur You Butter Bronzer. It just says 6676, so Muryu, whatever that is. So we're going to swirl that sucker around, and we're going to come in and just go ahead and bronze up the skin. It's a miserable, rainy day today, but I don't think it's super cold. I think we're somewhere in the 50s, and it is Friday, and I'm working remotely, just about to go on lunch, so I figured I'd just take a few minutes and get my makeup done because I've got to run and take my Wannable back to the post office on my lunch break. So don't want to go out looking like a bum, you know. So there we go. So that bronzed up really nice. You can tell I use this because it's got a big old hole in it because I've used it so much. This is about time for a new one as well, though. I don't know if this has a shelf life on it, but I know that I am due. This is probably 2 years old, so I know I should probably throw that out. You don't want to keep expired makeup and then risk getting some kind of, you know, problem to your skin because you didn't just get a new one. But I mean, we all do it. I know we all do. Even if we don't talk about it, we all do use our makeup, especially powders. Like they'll give you like a 12-month on a powder, and you and I both know that they last longer than that. So anyway, all right, so we have 2 e.l.f. putty blushes. Now I only could find, and I was gonna order some more e.l.f. eyeshadow. They're famous for these little bites. This one is rose water, which I'm excited to use. I actually don't know if I've used this before. It doesn't look like it. No, it's not even open. I gotta cut it. So I have never used this. But I thought I had more e.l.f. eyeshadow, and when I went through and looked, I didn't. I have like maybe 1 more or 2 of these, but I don't have like an e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. So I go to their website. There was 2 new colors in some like Happy collection that were this size, that were like green and yellow and gold. Really not my style. And I was trying to find like a palette, and I didn't see anything on their website or their app. So don't know if they're reformulating their eyeshadows or if they're doing away with eyeshadows. They seem to have been getting more into like skincare. I forgot to put primer on my skin, so well, hopefully our makeup, I got moisturizer on, so it should be fine. So I don't know what's going on with that, but because of this is the only color, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the rosy pink, not this peach. The peach is gorgeous, but we're going to use this rosy color, and it doesn't even have a shade on here unless it had it on the bottom, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like it never had anything on the bottom, and it says just e.l.f. putty blush. So I saw somebody, you want to use a little more of a denser, you can use your finger, but this needs a little warming up. So we'll start warming it with just our finger, and then I'll tap the excess on my face, and then I'm going to go in, with a brush, like a blush brush. But I think a more denser brush would be good. It's such a beautiful little blush. And these are really inexpensive, and they do, well now where's my brush? They do come in several different colors. So you could find a color that you like. So this one's too soft. So I think I'm going to use this bling brush, and we're just going to, you got to really dig it in there if you're going to use a brush, or just use your fingers. So, because it is, it's a putty, but it's like a harder formula than like a cream blush. So we're going to pat that on and get it to actually show. That's really pretty. And I'm really happy actually with the way that Covergirl foundation also made my skin look. It's really beautiful. And I do have an e.l.f. highlighter that we can use. And that putty blush is gorgeous. And these are just a few bucks, so none of the e.l.f. stuff I don't think is over. I think all the e.l.f. stuff is under $10 actually. I have some camo concealer as well, but it's really old. I was going to use that under my eyes, but it's really old, so I decided not to do this. And it's also super, super white. It's not the best color. I do want to get their hydrating one, and then if I get that, I'm going to throw this one out. This is just a little too stark white on my skin, especially since I've been to Mexico and stuff. My skin's a little darker. This one is in the color Fair Warm, and I need a darker shade. So so we're not going to use that today. What else do we have here? All right, well, let's just get started. Actually, we have the highlighter. So let's find, did I pull that out? Yes, right here. This is a great e.l.f. highlighter. I really like this. This is in the color White Gold, and it's so beautiful, guys. So beautiful. I think that if you can find this, you'll be really happy with this formula. Another really great one, do I have this handy? If I do, I'll pull it out here. Another great drugstore one. I just had it, but it might be hiding in here now. Yeah, but I don't know where it is, but I saw it today. I have another one that's like got a pink hue, but it is from, oh God, what's it? Wild something. Why can't I think of the name of the brand? Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'll put it up on the screen, and I'll put what I'm talking about on the screen, but it's a beautiful kind of AC highlight, but with a pink hue. Wet n Wild, that's what it is. And that's an gorgeous, I think it's $3, guys. So this is probably around maybe 5 or 6, I don't know. So we're just gonna swirl, 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 tap, tap, tap. And let's put that Silky Soaker on. Let me bring you guys in a little, because you're so far away. So, but this is a really pretty golden champagne highlight. And obviously I've got mature skin, and you know, I would say all highlight is gonna accentuate texture a little bit, but this isn't bad. Some are just like worse than others, and this one is nice. It's nice. So let me look at this too and see, do we have a highlight in here? No. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna just take it and put it right up in here, because we'll go over our shadow, and so I don't mind that like the highlights like coming down, because I'm using too big of a brush, but we're just gonna stick that right up in there before we even begin our eyes, give the eyes a little bit of glow. I think the skin is looking so, so good. Really happy with it. All right, so now I'm gonna go get a knife and cut this open. We'll be right back, and we'll get into this rose water. These may have went up, they were $3. I'll put the price on the screen of what they are now. I don't know if they're still $3, it's inflation, might be more now, but you get 4 different colors, super easy to travel with, and these quality of these shadows are typically good. We're gonna try it out and see. This color scares me a little bit because it might be patchy. We're gonna start with this color. It does not have the colors on the back. The whole thing is just called Rose Water, and these are good for 12 months. We're gonna start with this lighter shade here. Kind of like a gray mauve is kind of what it looks like to me. I already, like I said, you saw me put the primer on my eyes, so we're good there. And we're gonna lay this shade right in the crease and just blend it out. We're just gonna do a traditional eye with the dark in the corner and then the shimmers on the lid. Keep it nice and simple, just using a fluffy brush. And you can see this almost has like a little bit of a lilac-y shade to it, like a mauve-y lilac gray. I don't know if that's probably a terrible description, but that's what it's getting, and it is building up. It builds up nicely. And now you can see that highlight up there a little bit as well. So let's do the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, friends, so it always looks a little different when I do the 2 eyes. The eyes are different shapes. This eye, though, is always facing the window, and this is in the dark. So you may see a slight variation in color in person. Trust me, they're exactly the same. It's just what we're dealing with our window situation. I always will do pictures at the end in front of the window so you can really see the up close. But let's go into this dark shade that kind of scares me. Now, you could probably use this dark shade as a liner. This does have, I don't know if you can see it, but it has some gold. That's not really going to show too much, but it does have some gold little like sequin glitters in there. Probably not going to show on your eye, but if you want it to show on your eye, just pat, don't blend. So once you get it blended, then take some additional and just pat it, and then you should be able to see some of that glitter. And we're just doing the like kind of second half of the eye there. It's definitely pigmented. We're gonna blend a little bit too, but I want to get a clean brush to blend. See, it's really just looking black. It's like a blue or like a not really black, it's kind of like a cranberry shade. I'm going back in with that first light shade and just blending that top part out. But it kind of gives me like a blackberry vibe to it. And I'm just gonna push it in and just blend that in there like that. And I think we're gonna wet the brush. That actually made my eyes quite dark. So let's go back into the highlight we got from Elf, and let's go back up in that and get that highlight popping a little bit more, because it definitely took that away. This highlight is great for this. And it's not too strong of a highlight. It's like a nice, like, it's a good one for your eyes because it's kind of like a gentle, soft, more natural highlight. I mean, you can see how gorgeous it is. It just gives you like a light on your skin, even like on the nose. It's just giving me a beautiful sheen. So we're probably gonna use this on the inner corners too, but we gotta keep going, friends. So now we're gonna go in with the mauve darker shade over this part of the eye, and then we'll do the light shade right in the middle. So first I'm going to, when you want to wet it, you don't want to wet it and then dip it in. So you want to dip it in, pick up your shadow first, okay? So now I have lots of shadow on here, and then take your spray and then spray it from there, okay? So let's see, I need to look in a mirror other than this one. So I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna come close and see if we can't make sure we stay in frame. I'm not super good at this, guys. Just trying to share my love with you guys. Sometimes the lighting's bad. Sometimes I'm just not good at it. So bear with me, please. All right, so I went over that shade, and I like the look. It still has depth going over the dark shade, so it still gives more depth in the corner. Wow, that's a beautiful shade. Beautiful, beautiful rose. Kind of looks more lilac-y again on, probably because I'm going over that dark shade. This is still wet, so I didn't have a need to like wet it again. But I do want to go clean that up, just go right in the crease. Add a little bit more, really make that color come out, be a little star. It's so gorgeous. All right, so now I'm going to go into the really light shade, and I am going to wet this shade as well. This is also would be a really nice highlight shade, so I have it on here. Now we are going to spray. All right. And let's get that in the inner corner here. Hopefully I'm close enough you guys can see well my wrinkly eyelids. Go over the top. Yep, gives it a little bit of a cleaner line. All right, so it definitely is brighter. Not a huge difference between the two shades when they're wet that I'm seeing. A little bit, definitely lighter, but it's not a dramatic difference between the two shades. It's more monochromatic. They blend well together. Like you really don't have to, you know how like when you have two shades you're putting together and they're so different that you have to kind of keep going back and forth between where the two shades are and like blending right here. You do not need to do that with this because there just isn't that much of a difference here. Okay, so now on the bottom lash, I am going to go in with a little bit more of this brush here, and I'm going to take, starting with the dark shade, just in the outer corner. We're not going all the way across the eye with this, just like right there. What's that, a third of the eye of the lower lid? I don't know. Yeah, it's about a third. but you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you love makeup, and with the economy getting as tight as it is right now, you guys just really don't need to be spending so much money on makeup. I love luxury makeup. I fell in love with it. I love the formulas, but there's so much good stuff as we're seeing at the drugstore. And this is stuff that's been out, guys. It's not like the newest best releases. This is stuff that has been out for a while. You probably have some of this in your collection. You can use what you have and play and have a good time and just enjoy it. All right, going back into the lighter shade, I'm going to go underneath that darkness and we're going to smoke it out, okay? So this, if I didn't do this, it would have looked maybe a little too harsh, okay? So I'm going right over it and under it. I have some cleanup. I made a mess right here. You can see I'm going to have to clean that up. But this is softening the eye up. And then you can take that same light shade and like kind of come up here as well and get any little areas that you feel maybe didn't blend as well or just need a little bit more blending, just like that. So now we have a nice gradient there. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, go right over and under. I don't know if I'm going to put shimmer on the bottom lid. I don't think so. But I really like that e.l.f. putty blush. That came out so pretty, especially with the highlight. I like the whole look of it. Maybe I'll put some false lashes on today. I think I have Ardell ones, which are also a drugstore affordable brand. And you get the most, like you get, you know, several pairs of lashes. I think I have them out. I was gonna wear them yesterday. They're either Kiss or Ardell. Either way, oh, they're Ardell. It says right here. Oh, they're the Ardell Wispy. So I love the wispy lashes. So I think we'll do that too today because I think that will be fun and kind of really amp up this type of a look. All right, so now I need to be right back. I'm going to put some liner and lashes on. For that, I'm going to be using Beauty Pie, which is an affordable brand. You have to be a member of the Beauty Pie club, and I think mine's $10 a month, and you get significant discounts. Like I've saved thousands. This is wonderful. This is their Black Cat liner, and you can get really close to the eye with this and be real precise. And then this is Milani Stay Put eyeliner, and I like this as well. It says Stay Put, but sometimes I do, like up in here when it's in my waterline, as the day wears on, it does sometimes transfer down a little bit. So there is a smudger, so maybe to prevent that, just like smudge. That smudge look, that kind of grungy smudge look, not as blended, is coming back in on the bottom lash line in makeup, which is really funny because that was back in the day when I was in high school. That's how it was, like in the late 80s, early 90s. And then so what you can do is you just take this and you can smudge that. I got some in my eye that you can see there. I don't know why it doesn't hurt, but it doesn't. I'm just smudging that black. I'm going to try to get that out of my eye, but it's like in there. Well, hopefully it moves. Hopefully it doesn't bug you guys because it's kind of bugging me. I got it. Okay. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal. All right. I'm going to be right back with this, and then we will get mascara. I'll find an affordable. I think I have Essence, and I also have Cali Ray. We'll use one of those for our mascara. I'll be right back. Dirty. It's got foundation all over it. But this is from Cali Ray Compel High Water Mascara. I do like this. This is a clean mascara. You can find this probably at Ulta, but I think I got it on Amazon. So I'll link the Amazon link because it's just easier to order it off of Amazon, frankly. So let's just go ahead and get some of this on a face. And we'll do the top and we'll do the bottom lashes, and then we'll put the Ardell Wispies on. I found if I put a light layer of mascara on, it helps me put my falsies on. I don't wear falsies a lot. I only wear them for parties or special occasions. The reason is they do mess up your actual natural eyelashes, and they will make them thin, sparse, fall out. A lot of us don't take the time to put remover on, and when we want them off, we just sort of peel them off, and so comes your actual eyelashes off with them, and then you have like I do that. Don't I do this like every video right up there? I always do it. But then you have like breakage of your lashes and stuff, and different length lashes. And so I have been using a little bit of a serum on my lashes to help them grow. And I probably use falsies like twice a month. I'll get that off shortly. But I do have something like a primer I've been putting on, and I also have like a castor oil serum that I put on at nighttime. So it was actually a homemade eyelash serum that somebody sent me, and I really, really love it. And I know that the main ingredient was castor oil. There might be some other things in it, but it's very gentle and it seems to work. So I also got a little spot right there that I can see. So those little spots right there, something like that you can see right there. I like this spot. I don't ever wait for these to dry. I'll usually just pull them up into my eyebrow. It's dark. If you have light eyebrows, though, that won't work for you. You'll have to wait till it dries, and it should just flake off. But for like that little teeny spot, all you have to do is go back in with your brush with the color. That spot you just cover up. You can just cover that right up, friend. Right up. And I also feel like I can see the difference in this color a little bit. I'm just sort of bringing it down in the corner and into the inner corner here. I'm gonna put that other highlight there too, but just bringing that down a little. And I do feel like I can see slight difference. Like this is definitely, I don't know if it's darker because I have it over that plum shade or what, but happy with that. I think that's beautiful. I think it came out great. So let's put this in the inner corner, and then I'll get the glue on and we will stick some lashes on, and then we'll figure out what we're doing for our lips, because I did not have an e.l.f. I don't have an e.l.f. lipstick, but I do have this beautiful shade from Almay. I showed this one other time on my channel. This is the Goddess Gloss. I don't know if it's going to show me the color because it's so little and I think I couldn't read it. I think it's called Mystic. I'm going to use that over whatever lipstick because it's stunning. It's got like a duochrome shift, and it's Almay, and Almay is like makeup made for like beginners. So like if you have teenagers, Almay is a good clean brand to go and use for your kids if they want to start in makeup. I've actually done, when on my other channel, I had some Almay products sent to me and I did a little review. I think maybe through the Octoly program or whatever. This channel is too small for the Octoly program. You have to have 1,000 subscribers, and we're not even at 300 yet. So this is coming along a little slower. The other channel has almost 5,000. So that's just Southern Yankee, if you want to check that one out. All right, let me get these eyelashes gooey and ready to go. The stuff that I'm going to use for that, I believe it's just... Oh, shoot. I pulled all this stuff out and now I've moved it. Let me find it. And the glue, I think it's called Duo. And I'm going to show you that. And then, oh yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's Duo glue. And you can get this at Target as well. I have this in two different types. I have this in the Rosewater and Biotin one, and then I have it in regular. Regular works better, but if you have sensitive eyes, this has Biotin, which is good for growth of your lashes, and then it also has Rosewater, which is supposed to be more for like sensitive eyes. So if you have sensitive eyes, maybe try the purple, but the adhesion is better in the plain old formula, which is the Duo. This is just like the original brush on adhesive. So you can actually take this and brush it right on, which is how I like to do it. I'll take this off. I'll put a strip of this on here, and then I'll take this, since it's a brush. I don't want to do it now because you got to like let it keep your eyes shut after you do it, but it's a brush. So you can just brush it on the lid right over your liner. And that's another reason I wanted to do liner, because it helps cover the lash line. This kind of has a little bit more of, it's so thin. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's so thin. So it doesn't really have a strong lash line that you have to hide, but when you use liner with lashes, it just sort of helps. So let me get these off and get these ready, and then we're about to do that, but I'm gonna put these on. This is the Snow Magic Strip for your teeth, and there's only one in here. You gotta open two if you wanna put them, but they dissolve on your teeth in 30 seconds, and my teeth are so bad right now, so they need some whitening. And you're not supposed to really talk too much, and they stick a little, but they're gentle on your teeth. You leave them on for about 30 minutes. All right, so let's do this. So first of all, you take this, and I'm just gonna rub it across the line that I already put up there. Just like that. Oh, we got a glob. All right. And then with these, you can see that there's one side that is a little skinnier and the one side that's fatter. The fatter side you're going to put on the outside. You should bend them. Some people like will stick them together before they put glue on them for a while because there's like a little adhesive that comes off. But you want them to be able to bend so that they curve to the shape of your eye. Now, typically also you're going to need a pair of tweezers. They do also have stuff specifically for putting these on. Let me grab my tweezers because I do have like an eyelash thing and I can't find it. All right, also these snow strips for your teeth, they dissolve, so you don't have to like pull them off. They just completely dissolve in your mouth and they're all natural. So I am going to link those for you. I think I got those on Amazon, but I like that because sometimes I'll wear them like on my way to work and then I don't have to like pull them out of my mouth, the strips out of my mouth and find a place to throw them out. They just have dissolved and they're fine. And they dissolve in like 15 minutes, I think. So however long it takes, maybe 20. All right, so what I do is I actually just like set it on here over my top lash. It's sticky already, I can feel. So, and then you can move them when you're first putting them on. So you can take them off, like I didn't get the application right there. So I'm gonna lay it again. And I could pull it in closer down here, but I don't need to because I have that liner and I'll show you what I do with that. So we're just going to let that sit just like that without even using the tweezers yet. But I do need to use the tweezers to squeeze my lash to this lash, and that makes it last all day. So if you don't do that, they're going to fall off. You can also try your hand at doing the magnetic lashes. I would like to do that more. I haven't played too much with that. So basically now I'm going to be careful because so you don't poke your eye out with this step. You could really injure yourself. I would, if you're new, don't use tweezers. If you're new at eyelashes, I would use, there's a tool. Just look for eyelash tool, false eyelash adhesion tool. I don't know what it's called. I'll link one for you. How about that? I'll try to find a cheap one on Amazon. It's not expensive. They're not expensive anyway, but I have poked my eye with my tweezers. You do not want to do that if you can avoid it. Like that. All right. That one didn't hurt, but it was like I was trying to show you. All right, so these are huge eyelashes. They're nice and curly though. They're sticking up. They're great. So we're going to leave that. I'm going to find some lipstick. And we have, it's kind of like a purpley shade. So I'm going to find like a mauve lipstick and a liner, and I'll try to make sure that it is affordable brand, and then we'll put this Almay over the top. We're going to experiment. I don't know how this is going to come out. So this is ColourPop from their Bambi collection. It's a beautiful like purple shade, and then I'm putting kind of a neutral lipstick on from Catrice Cosmetics, and it's this pretty sort of neutral shade, but then we're going to put that purple gloss over the top. So we're going to see. I had a hard time because there's all these lipsticks and I have so many like high-end lipsticks. I was like, oh, I want to wear this, I want to wear that, and I didn't have the right color. The other thing I have from, is this e.l.f. too? I have this prismatic lip gloss that's a little bit more purple as well. So, but I think we're going to use the Almay. Oh, this is a problem. I think that's why this was in that drawer, that I needed to sharpen it. See how it's coming out and going back in? Yeah, it just disappeared on me again. Let me see if I can find a sharpener. That didn't work. When I went to sharpen it, it's empty, so that's why it wasn't working. There was like just a teeny piece in there. So we use this Gerard Cosmetics instead, and this is more mauve than the purple one, which is fine. We'll make it work. I didn't do a good line there. I'm going over, just over my natural lip, just to make my lips appear fuller because they're very thin, and I'm gonna go over what we did down there. Oh, my lips are sticking, look. Because that's almost, that stuff's finishing up. All right, well, we're gonna see. Maybe we'll mix both those colors because they're very pretty. We'll see what we come up with here. So let's get the Catrice on. This is gonna be a color that doesn't match the lip liner. And don't be afraid to do that, guys. Don't mix colors, play, have fun. I like this lipstick formula from Catrice. It's this one's in the color Plumping or 30, but it says Plumping, and it's a gel lipstick, whatever that means. All right. Sorry, my lips are sticking to that thing I put on. Let's go in with the Almay. This is the Mystic shade. Ah, look at that. So you can see the duochrome, so it's pulling like a blue. Now, it won't be that strong once we get it on the lips and mix it. See, it'll just be a nice, pretty sheen. But you'll see, like, if you're close up, you would see, like, some of those beautiful duochrome sparkles in the lip. Really pretty. So I think we got a good look today, considering everything that, you know, we used today. I think we got a good look. I do have a little powder from e.l.f. as well. So I'm just going to pour ooh, that is not a tiny bit. Pour some of that out. I'm going to put a little bit in here and put that on my face and just sort of mattify the look just a little and set it so that we can keep it on today, and we'll see how this wears. Sorry, Nitro's drinking. That's what you're hearing, sloppy noises. That's from him. So I do feel like in doing that, that putty blush did disappear a little bit. So I want to go back in and just darken up that blush. It's really beautiful, and I don't want it to be hidden, but it seemed like the powder did sort of take it away. So Nitro, can you be done now? Nitro, do you have to be so thirsty only when I film? I feel like that it's on purpose. I know it's not. I know you're just being a puppy dog. If you guys haven't seen Nitro and you want to, he's a big American bulldog, and he's quite the character. He's very often on my videos on the other channel, but he's not usually on this channel because I'm doing makeup. All right, so that's better. That's really pretty. The eye look is a little darker than I thought I would get out of this. It's because of this shade. If you just use these shades, you will say with a like brighter summer look, but if you're getting the rose water, go in a little bit more sparingly than maybe what I did with that color. It was so pigmented, and when I put it down, it spread so far. So be very careful, because I think that's a little bit goes a long way. Also, if you have any information like on whether or not e.l.f. is coming out with any more eyeshadow, because there's really nothing on their website except a couple of these, and that's it for eyeshadow. So I don't know if they're going in a different direction or what they're doing. If you have any news on e.l.f., also let me know that as well, okay? We could probably take a little of this. This is more of a, I think, a glitter for e.l.f. Hold on. I think I like just the Almay better. That makes it more purple, adding this e.l.f. one. This is the Prismatic lip gloss in the color Amethyst. This might have come in a kit of some sort. I'm not sure. I'll try to link both of these for you. If you're a purple lover, you will love it. But if you want, if you love purple but you're a little bit more neutral, go with the Almay. And it just gives you a beautiful shine and just a little bit of the glitter and that flip color that it has to it. So I have to do my hair. I haven't done that. I'll take some photos at the end for you guys, and everything will be linked. Let me know what you think. Do you like seeing a mix of videos where you have some like more affordable brands, and then you have some high-end brands, you have some new releases, some declutters, you know? So I was wondering if I was going to declutter this. I don't think so. I think I'm going to use it up. Obviously this is going in the trash. That's gone. That was a ColourPop one. And is there anything else I didn't like? I'm going to get rid of the camo concealer as well. So this is going in the trash. This is just way too light. So, and it's old, and I need a new one. So, and that's it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Everything will be listed down below for you guys. I'll see you guys all in the next video very soon. Right now, I need to charge my phone, but stay tuned because the photos are coming up.